Hello class 11th. In the previous lecture we have seen the multiplication of two vector quantities axi, ayj and azk, bxi, byj, bzk we had multiplied. If you remember that their multiplication was looking like a cross b vector was equal to determinant I cap, j cap, k cap, ax, ay, az, bx, by, bz. Again I want to remind you how to multiply. Write equal, put I cap first. After putting I cap means whatever the value in the I cap line will be hidden. That this is I cap hidden. Now what is remaining? Sorry, this is az. Now what is remaining? ay, az and by, bz. So this will multiply to this minus this multiplied with this, means ay, bz minus by, az, when it will be I. Then I said this I is positive, then j is negative, so minus j bracket. Now hide the j line. So what is remaining now? Ax bz and bx az. So what will be that? Ax bz minus bx az. And the last plus k cap. Now hide the k cap line. So ax by and bx ay minus bx ay. So this is the final equation to multiply the two vector quantities, means we are doing the vector multiplication. In the dot product, or you can say scalar product, there was no ijk because it was requiring only magnitude. But here it's a vector quantity, so we need the direction with the answer too. So to clarify this, I'm going to solve one question, and the question is, question number I'm taking 18. 18 has three parts, I 1, 2 and 3, and the all questions are same, means the category of our level, that you have to multiply the two vectors. So I am switching to ijk, every question is having ijk, so I am switching to question number 18 second. Let's write for the question. So here is the question, that vector A, that page number 209, question 18, second part. Vector A is 3i plus j plus 2k cap. Vector B 2i cap plus minus 2j cap plus 4k cap. We have to find the vector A cross vector B. So you remember that how to write. Just write simply vector A cross vector B, then draw determinant. Write at the top line I, j, k. Then the first A is here now, so you write the values of first A. So here it is 3, here it is 1, here it is 2. Now about vector B, so it is first 2, then minus 2 and then 4. Then what I said to you, that write I cap bracket. What bracket? I will be hidden. So 1 cross 4 minus 2 cross minus 2. So 2 cross minus 2 and then main bracket. Then minus j cap. I said I will be plus, j will be minus. Then hide the j line. So 3 cross 4 and 2 cross 2. 3 cross 4 minus 2 cross 2. Then plus k cap, hide the k1, minus 2 into 3 and 2 into 1. Minus 2 into 3 minus 2 into 1. On solving, I cap 4, this minus becomes plus, and 2 2s are 4, minus j cap. 3 4s are 12 minus 2 2s are 4 plus k cap. Minus 2 cross 3 makes minus 6 minus 2. On summing up, 4 4s are 8 I cap minus 12 minus 4 8 j cap, and minus 6 minus 2 makes minus 8 k cap. So here is our answer. Simply we can also write or 8 in bracket I cap minus j cap minus k cap. So this is the value of vector A cross vector B. So this is what the value of vector A cross vector B. Suppose instead it is asking about mod A vector cross B, then what you will write? You will write straight under root 8 square plus 8 square plus 8 square. Whatever will be the answer, we are not going to discuss about that. That will be mod. Mod means only magnitude. But here the answer is this one, because it is asking about the vector A cross vector B. Hence we are completing the dot product and cross product, means scalar product and the vector product. But the problem is you are not putting any question against me. There are a number of questions based on the dot product and the cross product, but I don't know what you are doing at home. Either you are wasting your time or what. I'm trying to give you the best, but that depends on your response. If you are informing me that this question, that question, means you are doing something else, you are not doing something else. And the next topic is geometrical interpretation of vectors. Means if we are going to write the vector in the geometrical formula, so what will be that? We are going to see that. For that, consider the two vectors, vector A and vector B. This is vector A, and this one at any angle, vector B. The vectors are performing a parallelogram. Say this is actually I have taken AB, so we can write P, Q, R, S, and suppose this is angle theta. So what is vector A cross vector B? That AB is sin theta. Let's write. So what is A and what is B? The PQ and the PS, the value, the magnitude. So we can also write this one as PQ for A, PS for vector B, means magnitude of B, and sin theta. We are going to convert this into the geometrical interpretation. So consider draw one perpendicular here. Let this perpendicular be PQRS, this is T. So from this triangle, from triangle PTS triangle, the sin theta will be what? Sin theta will be perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that is ST, perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that is PS, or the ST is equal to PS sin theta. So PS sin theta here and PS sin theta here, means vector A cross vector B can be written as PQ into, instead of PS sin theta, only ST. And what is PQ here? The base of the parallelogram. What is ST here? The perpendicular of the parallelogram. So it is looking like the product of two vectors, the cross product of two vectors is just the area of the parallelogram formed by the two vectors. It is equal to area of parallelogram. What parallelogram? PQRS. This is looking like the area of the parallelogram. and the area of parallelogram is what? It is the two made by the two triangles, two equal triangles. So the two equal triangle means the two triangles formed by this. If suppose I am drawing here any line, I am not going to solve because there is in the book, you can see there. First I am going to show you about using the geometrical interpretation in geometrical formula. The area of parallelogram is equal to twice the area of triangle. If you remember, if you have studied mathematics a little bit, so remember that area of parallelogram is equal to what? Twice the area of triangle formed by these two vectors. So this can also be written as twice multiplied by area of triangle. Only triangle I am writing, not triangles. So what are you getting? Area of triangle what? Area of triangle is half into base into height. So suppose instead of this PQ into ST, this is PQ, this is ST. PQ is the base, ST is the height. I am taking the half of it in this triangle, in the PSQ triangle. So will be what? Half into base into height. So we will write half into base into height for this small triangle, and the same we will do that with the SRQ triangle, and we will get the same. That is why I am saying that the area of parallelogram PQRS will be equal to the twice of area of triangle. Either you are taking the PSQ or SRQ. So this is the geometrical interpretation. In this matter, you can say that the cross product of the two vectors is what? The area of the parallelogram formed by the two adjacent sides of the vectors. And in this case, you can say that the area of the multiplication of two vectors is equal to the twice the area of a triangle formed by these two adjacent sides of a vectors. And the next topic is the relative velocity. Let's see that. The relative velocity is the same that you have been studied in the earlier classes. If the two objects, the point is if the two objects are moving in the same direction and keeping the same distance, like this. Both the objects are moving in the same direction with the same distance between them, means the relative velocity is what? The difference of the velocity of two objects. Object A is moving in this direction and object B is also moving in this direction. Both of them are moving in this direction. This one is having velocity VA, this one is having velocity VB. So as I said, the relative velocity is what? The difference in their velocities. Whosoever is larger. I'm not talking about that the B or A is greater. I'm talking whosoever is larger, the relative velocity is equal to VA difference VB, whatever be the velocity of A and B. Now suppose if both of them are having the same velocity, equal velocity, then what will be their graph and how they will look like? I'm drawing a graph, taking the time on this axis and the displacement on this axis. Displacement time, whatever with the unit of displacement and whatever with the unit of time, I'm not going to discuss about that. I'm saying that object A is moving in the same direction as object B, and having, suppose this one is having VA velocity and this has VB velocity. You can suppose that the VA and VB both are having same velocity, but they are at some distance apart. Like this is having some distance, suppose X distance, they are X distance apart. I'm drawing the graph. The displacement will be increasing with time. Suppose this is for A, and again this is for B. They are parallel. The graph is parallel. It means they are having same velocity, equal velocities. But the gap, the difference is showing here, this one, X. It means if the two objects are moving in the same direction with the same velocity, so their difference, so their graph will be parallel and the difference will be 0. That means VA difference VB will be 0. Very clear. Now, if object A and B both are moving in opposite direction, like here. The two objects are moving in opposite direction. Now what will be the relative velocity here? Again, the definition same, that difference in the velocities. So again, if you draw the graph, one object is moving in this direction. Suppose this is A. Second object is moving in this direction. Suppose this is B. So there must be a point where they will be meeting at any point. So that point is here where they are meeting. You can say that in this animation, at some point the car is meeting. So that point is what? This point. At this time, what will be the relative velocity? So definitely VA difference, VB for this graph also. But if suppose I'm saying that VA is greater than VB, consider that VA is greater than VB. So you can see that one object is moving in this direction, other one is moving in this direction, and the velocity is a vector quantity. So what you can write here, the relative velocity here should be VA minus VB. But see, the VA means A as having the direction this, B has the direction opposite. As I said, opposite, they are moving in opposite direction. So velocity is a vector quantity. So here the B will be negative, means so the relative velocity becomes VA plus VB. In this case, the relative velocity will be VA minus VB. So when they are moving in the same direction, when they are moving in opposite direction. Third case, if both are moving in the same direction but one has greater velocity than the other. Here you have seen both are having same velocity, equal velocity. Here we have seen either it is same or greater, means difference in velocity, but they are in opposite direction. Now they are in same direction and having difference in velocities, means one will be having more than the other. Let's see. For this, see again, the two objects are moving in the same direction. One is having the larger velocity than the other. So what you are observing, both the cars are moving, but at some time they will meet in the same way when they are moving in opposite direction. So definitely they will meet at some point. But if they are moving in the same direction but there is a difference in velocity, at that time also they will meet at any point. What I mean, see here with the graph first. Time, displacement. So suppose this is about A. The graph is about A. A and B are both are moving in the same direction, but one has greater velocity. So let's take here about B. I'm talking that the B is having more velocity than A. So this point is where they are meeting. So what will be the relative velocity here? Again, VB is greater, so definitely we will write VB minus VA. This will be their relative velocity. So we have seen one object in the form of vectors. See here, case 1 was, these are the two objects A and B. Case 1, A and B. Case 2, and this one VB is larger than V. So case 1, 2 and 3 that you have seen. In all these cases, they are having the angle equal to 0 or 180. If suppose they are having any random angle, then what will be their relative velocity? How to solve? What I mean, instead of they are visible to the same direction, instead of this, if suppose vector B, the object B is moving in this direction with some angle theta, at this time what will be the relative velocity? Definitely you will say that we will use a vector value, because we know that the resultant of a vector is what? Under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta and so on. Everything whatever I say, let's do practically. For that, let us consider This is any vector A, not A vector. I'm taking the velocity vector, so changing to this A, VA vector, velocity vector, and another velocity vector, vector B. Sorry, again I'm missing VB vector, and having their angle theta. So there will be one resultant in some between there. If you will draw the parallelogram, and if you remember all the things are same, the resultant will be what? VA square plus VB square plus 2 VA VB cos theta. In the book it is showing a little bit different way. I'm going to show you that. The book says, if instead of taking the VB in this direction, if we draw this vector in the opposite direction, so opposite direction means vector will be negative. That's I'm going to do. See here, the book says vector VA remains as it is. But instead of drawing the VB vector in this direction, let's draw the VB vector in this direction. But in this direction VB is positive, so in this direction VB will be negative. And this was the angle theta, if you see. So what will be this angle? This angle will be 180 minus theta. Now where will be the resultant? Between these two, somewhere here. If you draw the parallelogram, see this complete one is 180 degree, and this one is the resultant velocity. Where is the V? Sorry, this is the VA. I will write it in very broad. This will be the final V, relative velocity. We can write VR for the relative velocity. VR. Remember, VA, VB, and this is resultant. So VR, or you can say relative velocity. This angle is theta. The whole angle remaining 180 minus theta. And this is the angle between the resultant, so we can take it alpha. Remember, the whole one is 180 minus theta, and this one is alpha. Now you have to do what? The simple vector solution. If you remember, the vector R resultant was equal to under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. This was the resultant equation for the two vectors. Same way we are going to do here. The VR is equal to under root, this is vector value, we need only the magnitude. So VA square plus VB square plus twice VA into VB, this is negative. So right here VB negative into cos, here theta, but here it is 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta. Now let's solve it. The solution will be VA square plus VB square. Now this is minus VB, this is cos 180 minus theta. Cos 180 minus theta is cos theta itself, and minus will be here about VB. So 2 VA VB cos theta only, because cos 180 minus theta is theta, cos theta again. So here is the resultant velocity value. But again you can be maybe thinking that in the vector value, vector A and vector B, solution was A square plus B square plus 2AB, but here it is a negative. But when you will put the value here, then you will get the same answer. It is about the velocity which is opposite in directions. Here, suppose the velocity VA, the first case, and VB, both are in same direction, moving in the same direction. So what will be the resultant there? Here you can say the VA minus VB, or VA difference VB. If we are going to apply the same value here, the same case here, the same answer should be here. Angle is what? 0. Cos 0 value 1. So VA square plus VB square minus 2 VA VB, this is becoming 1. Means this is forming what? VA minus VB whole square. The answer will be what? VA minus VB. same answer you will get. Means it is no change, the answer will be perfect. Now the resultant angle, the tan alpha, that was according to the equation, tan alpha, the tan alpha was B sine theta upon A plus B cos theta. If you remember, the same equation I'm going to use. B means negative VB into sine, not only theta. If in this case will be theta, but here 180 minus theta. So 180 minus theta over vector A means value of A. So VA plus VB again minus VB, here in this case cos 180 minus theta. On solving, what you will get? This is minus VB and the sine 180 minus theta is minus sine theta. So here it will be minus and here again minus. So it will become positive. So what you will get? VB sine theta over VA minus VB cos theta, because you have seen the cos 180 minus theta is cos theta as it is. So this will be what? The resultant angle here. In the next class, you have to inform me that how much topic you are covering and how many questions you are doing, and inform me everything what you are facing problem. The next will be the relative velocity, but the raindrop question and many more questions are there. So till then, thank you.